This constant repetition from atheists on TikTok that faith is trust or confidence in something with a complete lack of evidence is laughable. One thing I've heard a multitude of times over the last few years is that the Bible is just a book of fairy tales. Up until about 3 years ago, I could easily understand why people would say that. Believe it or not, this fallacy that Christians believe in Jesus Christ with a huge absence of evidence is blatantly false. It's as ridiculous as this inaccurate definition of faith that they assume they're repeating correctly, but they're simply reinforcing the echo chamber that they're used to. The actual definition of faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. And yes, I noticed that recently Merriam-Webster added a secondary definition that says it can be belief that's not based in proof. However, this is the same source that changed the meaning of homophobia to include supposed bigotry, because the term phobia means fear of. So I'll stick with the original and true definition, thanks. This constant repetition from atheists on TikTok that faith is trust or confidence in something with a complete lack of evidence is laughable. And if you want to find out for yourself, Google the definition of faith. It's right there for you to see. Stop trusting other people without doing your homework on these things, guys. That includes me. Don't take my word for it. If I found out everything that I did about the Christian faith by simply searching the web and asking questions, then you can too. Now, the Bible is extremely good at mentioning names and time periods related to those people for a reason. God knew one day the world would be full of naysayers. Now, when it comes to the New Testament, people say that Pontius Pilate was an inventor of the Bible. But in 1961, they found a stone with his name on it, and also another inscription with Pilate's name on an ancient ring that was uncovered in 2018. People also used to say that King David didn't exist, but in 1993, archaeologists digging in Israel discovered a broken stone from the 9th century BC with an Aramaic inscription referring to the House of David, giving widely acknowledged reference to King David and his dynasty. Now, those are just two of many archaeological finds verifying biblical events and historical figures. But the most important would be the proof of Jesus Christ himself. And I want you guys to listen to what Mr. Bart Ehrman, who is an agnostic and not Christian at all, by the way, has to say about the Messiah.
Crowds you all run around with, it's commonly thought that Jesus did not exist. Let me tell you, once you get outside of your conclave, there's nobody who, this is not even an issue.
Now, before I go, I want to let you know that I'm going to link the resources below where you can read about these archaeological finds yourself. And understand that this is not just some Christian website trying to fluff these things up to be true. These were independent archaeological groups that came upon these findings independently of one another. And the majority of the time, these discoveries were made accidentally. Now, any non-believer can make the argument that the findings can be disputed, and I would love to see the logic behind that. But can you dispute and debunk all of them? Apparently, that fairy tale that you so openly mock isn't looking so mythical now, is it?